Competency-based interviewing, also known as structured interviewing or evidence-based interviewing, may sound like a tricky skill, but it's a simple formula that helps you assess a candidate's real abilities. The theory goes like this. Competencies are the skills necessary to achieve an effective performance level in a job. The technique is based on the principle that the most likely predictor of how people will behave in the future is how they have behaved in the past. Think of it from the perspective of Henry VIII. Clearly not a great bet, marriage-wise. It's an approach that makes the interview as standard and fair as possible and eliminates misunderstandings and personal impressions. It also reduces the professional interviewee factor. Examples of the competencies you can assess include communication ability, analytical skills, teamworking, getting the job done, building relationships, developing others, planning and organising, and persuasiveness. The STAR method develops this approach and is used where we ask the candidate to describe a previous experience that demonstrates a specific competency. The acronym STAR stands for situation, task, action, result. Let's look at each of these in turn. Firstly, situation. You can start with an open question that asks the candidate to describe a specific situation, one which relates to a competency you're focusing on. For example, tell me about a time when you worked under pressure. Give an example of a stressful situation you found yourself in. Describe a situation which caused you a problem. Describe a situation which required you to be creative. Secondly, task. This is where we ask the candidate to explain in more detail the action that was required to deal with the situation outlined. Thirdly, action. This is the most important section of the STAR approach. It's where you can ask the candidate what they did, not the rest of the team. Focus on their personal action. How well do they demonstrate the skills and personal attributes the question is looking to test? Finally, the R in STAR, result. The outcome is, of course, crucial. How did the candidate's action influence the outcome of the situation? It doesn't have to be a perfect ending. In fact, sometimes you need to be wary of perfect answers and perfect endings. What you're looking for is what impact a candidate's actions had and how that demonstrates specific skills and abilities. Competency-based interviewing might sound like a lengthy process, but once you're practiced in the skill, it's quite quick and simple. It's better to take the time to ask a few questions using this approach, rather than just accept the candidate's guarantees that they're good at certain things. It also gives you some great evidence to use when presenting your candidates to clients.